Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Advanced Vocabulary Quiz Part 12. In this video, you must choose the correct vocabulary word for each question. You may need to pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of your answers. Are you ready for another challenging quiz? Okay, here we go. Number 1. And the answer is, Joanne was very ambitious, and she was filled with the aspiration to succeed in life. Now, to have an aspiration or to aspire to do something, it means that you have a strong desire to do something. In this case, with Joanne, she was very ambitious, and she wanted to succeed in life. That was her desire. Okay, number 2. And the answer is, he is a very unpopular senator because he has argued consistently for the retention of the new gas tax. Now, the retention of something is to retain something or to keep something. So you see, in this case, the senator wanted to keep that gas tax, all right? And that's what made him unpopular, okay? He was retaining it. He was going to keep it. All right, number 3. And the answer is, Sam is far too qualified for the menial position of a laborer. All right, now, menial, it means that the job is, let's say it has a low social value or it's not prestigious. It's something ordinary. All right, in this case, Sam was too qualified. Maybe he went to university and he has a degree and he was working at this job where it's just a worker. A laborer is just a worker. All right, that's what menial job would be. Kind of an ordinary job. All right, number 4. And the answer is, after his favorite team lost the big game, Harold began drinking heavily, and we found him lying under the table in a drunken stupor. Now, to be in a stupor, this is usually associated with being drunk. So the person is, let's say, not conscious, not fully conscious, all right, somewhere in there, maybe in a daze, all right, and if you drink a lot, you're drunk. You can get really drunk and be in a stupor where you don't know where you are, but that's really what it means. Okay, number 5. And the answer is, despite the long and tiresome negotiations, the union remained obdurate that the workers' pay improve. Now, obdurate, this is a word that means that a person or a group refuses to change their mind, all right? And they're usually hard to deal with. And in this case, they wanted the workers' pay to improve. So the union, this is an adjective describing the union not negotiating. They were being very stubborn. Okay? Number 6. And the answer is, I love hiking in the mountains in autumn because the colorful foliage of the trees is breathtaking. Now, foliage, this is basically the leaves of a plant or many plants, in this case, the trees. The trees, as you know, in autumn, the colors change, and that's the leaves on the trees. All right, number 7. And the answer is the country's recession reached its nadir 2 months ago, and now its economy is beginning to prosper. Now, a nadir is the lowest point of something. Okay, it's usually used like that, as the lowest point. The opposite of this is actually the zenith. The zenith is the highest point. The nadir is the lowest point. All right, number 8. And the answer is, we made more money this year, mostly because our accountant has found a way to pare down our expenses. Now, this is actually a phrasal verb. It's actually pare down, and it means to reduce or to make smaller. Okay? You could use just pare our expenses without the down there, but it's usually used with the 2-word phrasal verb, pare down. All right, number 9. And the answer is, the firefighters thought that they had the fire under control, but the wind was stronger than expected and their strategy went awry. Now, if something goes awry, like in this case, the fire, it goes in the wrong direction that it's intended to go. So in this case, the firefighters, the plan that they had didn't work because the wind blew the fire in the wrong direction. Okay, the final question, number 10. And the answer is, not one economist was concerned that the current slowdown in the country's economy could have presaged the disastrous recession. Now, to presage something is to show or suggest that something unpleasant or bad is going to happen. And in this case, none of the economists could foresee that this recession was going to happen because of the slowdown in the country's economy. That's all for this video. Please let me know how you did on the quiz in the comment section. Thanks again for subscribing, and remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.